everyone, today we will discuss the film Bhool Bhulaiya and its portrayal of mental health, specifically focusing on dissociative identity disorder and the cultural intersection with psychological trauma. While many films explore mental illness, Bhool Bhulaiya presents a unique approach, blending both traditional beliefs and modern psychological concepts.
Theme overview. The film, directed by Priya Darshan in 2007, is a psychological thriller about a woman named Avni Chaturvedi who suffers from dissociative identity disorder because of a traumatic event from her past. What makes this film interesting is how it connects her mental health struggles with old cultural beliefs and codes, which complicates how people around her understand and treat her condition.
In many Bollywood films, mental health is either ignored or shown in a very dramatic way. Bhool Bhulaiya tries to offer a more thoughtful approach by showing how psychological issues are often linked with superstitions, making it harder for people to accept or treat them.
Existing literature and research gap. While many films in Indian cinema, including Bhool Bhulaiya, attempt to depict mental health issues, there is little research on how such films challenge or reinforce the deep-rooted cultural stigma surrounding mental health in India. Bhool Bhulaiya uniquely blends psychological trauma and dissociative identity disorder with themes of superstition and fear, which raises important questions about how these cultural perceptions shape the way people understand and respond to mental health issues. However, there is a gap in analyzing how the film critiques or perpetuates cultural taboos regarding mental illness, particularly in the context of family dynamics and societal pressures. This gap in research would allow you to explore how Bhool Bhulaiya reflects or even shifts societal attitude towards mental health in India, while also considering the impact of culture on diagnosing, discussing, and treating psychological issues.
Most research on mental health in film focuses on Western portrayals, but Indian films have their own cultural influences. Bhool Bhulaiya is important because it shows how mental health and culture comes together, which isn't often discussed in depth.
Research questions. Based on this gap, our research questions are:
How does Bhool Bhulaiya explores the impact of cultural stigma on the understanding and treatment of mental health issues like dissociative identity disorder in Indian society?
In what extent does Bhool Bhulaiya critique the way traditional beliefs such as superstition and fear of supernatural interfere with the acknowledgement and treatment of psychological trauma?
Relevance and conclusion. This research is important because it helps us understand how mental health is viewed in India and how films can influence public opinion. Mental health is often misunderstood in India, and Bhool Bhulaiya opens up a conversation about how these issues are represented in movies.
By looking at this film, we can learn how films like Bhool Bhulaiya impact how we see mental health, sometimes reinforcing the stereotypes or encouraging more thoughtful discussions.
Ultimately, our research will help us understand how Indian films show mental health and cultural beliefs and whether this affect how people think about mental illness.
Thank you for watching. We hope this helps you think about how mental health is shown in Indian films.